So bored, we're talking about board game video games.
Very clever. I like it.
Thanks.
That was a good pun.
Thanks.
I'm into it.
I'm glad you got a clue.
It was a little too far. It was too much.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the IGL podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
I'm Josie.
IGL, we're cool kids, infinite grenade launcher, only on Hollywood Redux and YouTube, which we own now.
Yeah, totally.
Did you know that?
No.
Congratulations, Hollywood Redux. We bought YouTube.
I didn't know that.
That's pretty awesome. Today, it is summer. We're very hot, as you could see. We're bored. I already made that joke. You know, I'm not gonna make the joke again. But we're talking about basically board games, but in a greater sense.
Yeah.
This week it was announced that Sony, or not, I guess Sony's not making the game, but Sony, who published Horizon Zero Dawn, one of the great PS4 games of last year, they are, or some creative folks, are producing a board game version. They want your help. So maybe you can help them out. It's on Kickstarter.
Okay,
you know.
so it's like a work in progress.
As so many hopes and dreams.
Okay.
It's
Yep.
a work in progress. Except
Excellent.
in this case, you strangers can give money to make this work in progress happen. It's not like when I'm a work in progress crying alone in my house.
Yeah, that's a little different.
It's a little different.
But I
Also
love
a
this
Kickstarter,
concept. Yeah, well,
you
not the concept of Justin's Kickstarter, but the concept of converting a very popular story-based video game into tabletop gaming.
Yeah, that's all. I don't want to say it's all the
this.
rage right now, but I really like the tabletop games are a way of people being social these days and people
Yes,
coming together. You
definitely.
know, and it's not even the way it used to be. It's not like we're all getting together and playing Scrabble or
Yes.
something. You know, you guys are playing your Settlers of Catan and you're playing your
Yeah.
Pandemic and all the right Pandemic. Is that one of
Yeah,
those games?
no, Pandemic. I just played that for game night the other night. It's
You're the
really
expert
cool.
on this.
Well, that's like kind of a evolution of
Mm-hmm.
tabletop gaming. Like it's a very challenging cooperative play game. It's very cool.
How long is the playthrough on that?
Oh gosh, I think usually at least an hour per game,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and we always end up going through a second time. So
But it's got that Dungeons and Dragons kind of cooperative vibe.
yes, definitely, and it also has a little bit of a role-playing thing
Yeah.
going on too.
So that's why video games lend themselves so well to this medium. So
Agreed.
we want to maybe toss out some ideas for you to maybe kickstart our board games.
Yes.
Maybe we have a couple of ideas for board games. Like, tell me if this is too close to Pandemic, because
Okay.
I haven't played Pandemic.
Okay.
Resident Evil 1,
I
in
think-
the mansion. You know, you
I
kind
think there's
of.
potential.
Yeah, you know, you
Yeah.
run away from zombies. I feel like a lot of zombie games would lend themselves to this, because my other like top choice that I thought of in my head was Left 4 Dead.
I also, it's been on my mind lately because I still hope that they make like a sequel or what have you, but Until Dawn kind of came to mind.
Okay, yeah.
Especially with
So
the
that
whole
could be a kind of
butterfly effect thing.
80s
So,
slasher
Yeah,
trope board game kind
definitely.
of thing. So Until Dawn would kind of be like a Night Trap meets Mall Madness kind of board game.
Well, plus I still remember the VHS and board
Okay,
game
yeah, there were a lot of
things.
those creepy ones.
So
yeah.
and some of them were pretty
Well, listen,
terrifying.
I love elaborate board game setups. Like, if your board game has like a bunch of like kooky, campy stuff,
Yes.
if it has like some kind of volcano, I'm all about it. You know, like my favorite board game as a kid was Mousetrap.
Mousetrap,
because
yes.
I don't think I've ever played Mousetrap, but I set it up thousands of times just so I could like have the perfect
for the Rube Goldberg machine,
run, like have the
basically,
perfect
yeah.
run of the Mousetrap. I wouldn't want to play a game, but maybe Mousetrap VR. Mousetrap VR would be cool. Kind of like if you ever saw a VR playthrough of Fantastic Contraption, it would kind of be like that. You're placing the things.
Okay, I'll give you that
And then
one.
maybe one person has to be the mouse, and they got to run away from it.
See, now you took the
I'm
topic
flipping the
and
episode
flipped it.
around.
So taking board
Yeah.
games and turning them into
Yeah, I was thinking about
video
doing that
games.
earlier, but Oregon Trail was not a board game. It was just
Wait,
a very
how
old game.
did you just pronounce that?
Oregon?
That's not
Oregon? Oregoni?
Oregon.
Oregon Trail.
There you go.
Oregon?
Oregon.
Oregon Trail.
Oregon.
Where you cut the people open who have dysentery and you throw those things away.
I don't remember that.
My point being, I think
Part
that would be a
game.
fun game too. If they made a new version of Oregon Trail that was kind of like Red Dead Revolver or something like that, like Red Dead Redemption, but like
There we
you're
go.
like with your train. Well, Red Dead
Okay,
Revolver was
okay.
the one that was like on Xbox One.
Okay,
yeah.
that went over my.
You make a
yeah.
new one. Maybe it's a party game.
Okay.
You all got to get to
Okay.
Oregon. Oregon?
Oregon.
Okay.
You
What's your
gotta
favorite- what
you gotta
board
set
game-
up like Portland, Oregon,
What?
and then it works. You
I
know,
just
you
say
gotta-
Portland.
you
I
just
try to
gotta
avoid it all because nobody
Okay.
thinks you're talking about Maine
Okay.
ever, you know? What game do you want to see as a board game?
Oh my gosh. The thought of Dark Souls popped into my head.
Yeah.
Just sort of something ridiculous.
I think if they just made like a 100-sided die,
Yeah.
you have to roll that every time there was
Yeah, maybe if they made it into a board game, I wouldn't just die on the third bad guy you see.
I don't think they should make Dark
every
Souls into a board
flipping
game, though,
time.
because you shouldn't have something that easy to throw in front of you with a Dark Souls game.
This is fair. That's
You know,
safety
I feel like that
hazard.
would be like Monopoly times 10. You just like, you flip the board every single time, and like
the
whole...
lawsuits.
Actually, that's the Dark Souls game is just Monopoly crossed with Mousetrap, and you have to reset
there
the
you
board
go.
every
Yeah,
time.
perfect.
You get so frustrated you throw it away. I mean, Bioshock would
see
be
it.
cool. You know,
Oh,
maybe having
interesting.
different cards, maybe the cards like that.
What
would be
about
like
Cuphead?
okay.
The art is like half the point
you
of
could do,
Cuphead.
Oh, you could do like Cuphead, kind of like a shoots and ladders kind of thing,
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
a little. Okay, I was gonna say yeah. I was gonna say Bioshock, like kind of like Hearthstone, or you know, I know that's like an online
card
tabletop game. Tabletop
Card
game.
games are tabletop,
Yeah,
though.
I guess so.
Sometimes
Hey,
not.
is Magic the Gathering a board game? Get at us in the comments,
there's no
guys. Let us
board.
know. I know you have opinions about this,
I played it this morning.
but well, I guess tabletop. Is there a difference between
tabletop.
tabletop and board? Yeah.
Yes.
But
I
not every
just said
good
so.
board game. You know, speaking of board games, the evolution of the board game, because you know you don't know, Jack used to be a very popular board game.
This is true.
And if you do want to play a cool board game thing on your home consoles, PS4 I believe exclusive, the developers of that Jack game make the Jackbox. So Jackbox has like 1 through 4. There's like 4 or 5 I think now iterations. And did I say that word right?
Yeah, no, that word was correct.
And then you have all different games. You play with your phone too. Everyone just goes to their like Chrome. They put in the room code. You could play like a kind of version of Cards Against Humanity. There's some other cool versions.
Okay.
I think there's 5 games for every pack. Definitely pick it up if you want to be social with your buddies. You want to have something. If you need to stare at a screen while you play, Jackbox. Otherwise, these other great board games are so cool these days.
Yeah.
You know, like we Cobra Paw. I'm looking to the audience for my beautiful wife. Is a board game we play. It's Cobra Paw, but you just have to grab little totems. It's like a little swipey game.
I'm not familiar with that one. I'm
It's
gonna have to look it
a
up.
little swipey game.
I need
We'll bring
more.
it over.
The-
Yeah,
I've
you roll a
lost
die,
at pandemic enough that I'm ready for something else.
Yeah, you roll a die, and there's different. There's like just you know different like symbols and stuff on it, and the symbols
Okay.
are like the talises of like little domino pieces, and you got to grab them.
Gotcha.
So it's very fun.
Okay.
You can't play when you're drunk. You make a big mess, knock everything over.
Duly
you also
noted.
you also can't put anything on the table when you're playing, because if you
Is
knock
it
it
too
over,
chaotic?
yeah, very
Okay,
chaotic.
gotcha.
Which also you don't want to do if you're playing your Xbox at home, guys. Get your, I told you about the time I spilled tricks on top of my Nintendo.
No, you
Yeah.
didn't.
Well, I was like 3 or 2, you know. But yeah, it's a funny story because I was not allowed to have tricks anymore after that.
Gee, I wonder why.
But it had nothing to do with playing the cereal around the Nintendo at the time. My mom was just like, no more tricks for you. Get out of here. Tricks are not for kids.
I wasn't allowed to have tricks in the first place.
You had to eat those healthy cereals on Elf
Yeah,
Island.
my mom was kind of crunchy.
I'm surprised nobody has brought up Bushido Blade yet.
Oh, yeah.
Is it
Is it?
because Kyle's not... Is Kyle even here? Oh my god, Kyle's not even here. Did you call Kyle?
I didn't. Was I supposed to call Kyle?
I didn't think he had a phone.
Were you? I thought you.
I didn't think he had like a phone.
I don't.
I thought you had to send him a carrier pigeon or something. And then we miss you, Kyle. Sorry, Bushido Blade. That'd be cool because like it would
Maybe
just
like elves took him away or
what if
something.
what if Bushido Blade's board game was he flipped a coin, and that's and then you either live or you die,
Totes. You flip a sword up in the air, and if you survive that, then you.
or otherwise you commit.
It's your turn.
What is
Seppuku?
it? Is that seppuku?
Seppuku. Tell us about your favorite board games. Tell us what games you think would turn into great board games.
Yeah.
We want to hear.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a great board game. Killing yourself with the sword.
Yeah, no, I
play
don't
that at home.
feel like.
Get me on
Blade.
Instagram. Get me on Twitter. Just Gentile. Justin_Gentile.
I am Josie the Fiend on all the things. It's in the description.
Hey, I gotta do that. It's so much easier. Listen, we'll see you guys next time. We'll find Kyle, and
Maybe.
we'll get back to you. Thanks
We'll
for
try
watching.
and remember.